It's time for Power Hour.
It went up.
Hello, traders. Welcome to the Tuesday stream. Good to see all the ones that are here. And hey, Claudio, thank you so much for the $20 super chat before the stream even started. Thank you, man. We'll certainly look at ATAI. I think we had looked at it somewhat recently or something. Yeah. So Bitcoin chop just continues. You're trying to break out again of the channel, the downsloping consolidation structure you've been confined in since May. Trying to break back out. We got less than an hour until a confirmed breakout above that level, but at the same time, it's not just one level, it's a lot, right? It's Mordor, dude, okay? A lot of adversity. So you break that, but the tweezer top, potential tweezer top, fortunately caught no fall through, so it's not really confirmed too much yet. Good. But it's not invalid, right? The buyers were unable to take the price above that 109,750. That would be the invalidation point of this potential tweezer top at the 109,35801 level. So just new data coming in. It's neutral-ish because, right, there's good news and bad news. We did not draw down. But the bad news is we did not invalidate the potential reversal, Japanese candlestick reversal. So, and it's like the good news is, oh, we broke the downsloping channel. Oh, but the bad news is we're not above the 109,358 level. So it's like, there's good pieces of data. There's also bad piece. Good, bad. More neutral, understandably. All right. So we just really want to see, resolution now, dude. Whichever way it's going to be, whether it's going to be, all right, let's draw down to 100K, or let's just break out, consider it a bull flag, and go to $130,000. Or at least $121,000, which is that monthly cut with handle measured move. That is just where we are right now, and it's just so similar to where we were certain times throughout last year, the 8-month consolidation period. It's just kind of how it feels right now. Like, I wish I could help. I wish there was an edge. I wish there was something that was implying an impending breakout at the upside. Yeah, but breakouts are hard. They're not easy. So the good news is with Bitcoin's chop, some altcoins caught, some bids. Ethereum rallied, XRP rallied, Solana rallied. Nothing too crazy yet, right? No move big enough yet to where we can say, oh, big technical development. This is major. Look at Ethereum, right? Okay, going for the highest daily candle close since June 12th. So nearing 1 month highs. Remember, they recaptured the channel, they reconfirmed it back above the 200 moving average. Very good. It'd be nice to get some sort of edge for the swing trader, for the double bottom, the confirmation low we always look for, but you don't have to have that for prices to move upward. Okay, so you think if this is really how the market is responding to this channel, heart line's 2744 and then the top of the channel is $2,900, $3,000. That'd be on deck. So crazy upside on Ethereum if they're going to just run it to 10 to 12% upside. If they were going to start doing it soon. Okay, that's it. Not bad. You don't have to have a big edge for good stuff to happen. You don't have to have an edge for bad stuff to happen. Sometimes it's just coin flips and price action. Okay. So bullish engulfing candle. 48 minutes till it's confirmed. Not bad. Maybe it's Ethereum's turn. Just keep Bitcoin sideways then, and everything will work out, I guess. XRP up 1.73%. Going for bullish engulfing candle. Going for the highest daily candle close since June 9th. We got 1 month highs on our hands. We got a bullish dragon tail still developing. Got to break that 200. We haven't even tested the 200 moving average since May 29th. So you would think at some point, all right, and then, the deep retrace to 250. Same analysis yesterday. 24 hours, Not much changed. It's just a little bit better. Just a little. All right, this is probably one of your best looking ones just because of the recognizable, discernible pattern. The dragon. We know the dragons. Bitcoin put the dragon in April. Broke out, back tested, gone. But they gave you about a week before it was gone. Maybe they're taking their time here. So it's just, if you want altcoins to keep going higher, man, we need to break higher or nothing, or sideways, no down. You cannot have a massive drawdown and think that crypto is going to be okay. BNB flat today. Not as good looking as XRP. Just see, the problem is just no forms of confirmation. You could be working on the low or high. You're below 661.75. Yeah, not great. The head and shoulders is still valid as an idea until 675. So we're waiting on that in validation or classic distribution pattern when it rolls over here, if it rolls over. So, meh. All right. Those are your big cryptos. Oh, Solana. Just more of the sideways after a breakout. You know, you broke the channel. You tested it a couple times, kind of. We looked at the 4 hours. It wasn't bad. It's really, really not bad. Wow, it's crazy now. Are we going for a rule of three thing? So you would just say like, oh, definitely going to be a pennant or symmetrical triangle, clearly at this point, where you've got lower highs, but now you've got higher lows. You've got, you can just paint it, right? Somehow like that. Oh, we're on breakout. You know this resolution's coming. We're getting real close to that apex. So, hey, with a neutral pattern, what do you think, Western men? We got a breakout to 160 on deck. We're going down to 140, 135. It's not the worst thing in the world. It's just a little neutral. But I do like how, you know, you broke the supply line. You're holding outside of it. You're still putting in higher lows. What's kind of cool about this little pattern, I guess you could say, is even your most conservative way of anchoring. I don't know. That's probably how it is. Candle closes, a couple wicks outside. That's it, man. So if you want to place your bets on, we have impending resolution on Solana. So stop loss at this point. If you're going to trade a little neutral pennant pattern, stop loss below 147. And let it ride at 160, 162 and beyond. That's it. That's where we are. It's really not too bad, man. Like, it's just the top few cryptos are just different than a lot of the. There's just a lot of dead cryptos out there. Like altcoins, most are just dead. They just don't look good. They're putting in their lowest lows ever. There's no one making a market anymore on it. So, yeah, protect yourself below 147-ish, 147.50. And maybe let it ride to 160, 163 and beyond. That's how you'd play altcoins if things were going to go well soon. All right. Got to like the 200 moving average on the 4 hour. It's also very interesting, right? I mean, like, been trading below it in this correction and now just starting to hold above it. That red line there. All right, Solana, not too bad. XRP, not too bad. Hope you're all having a good day. All right, it's good to see y'all. With the summertime, so understand this is a pretty inactive time for markets historically. Typically, some assets. It's not crazy. Some it is, like Nvidia. That is the highest daily candle close in the history of human civilization. So Jesus chimes now. $160.00. Up a little bit after hours, 160.21. Glorious 75% rally off the lows, and from the highest point to lowest point of the correction to anchor. That's how we'd anchor to get our targets for Fibonacci extensions. 170, let's just say 171 would be your 1272 Fib extension. 180, 1414, and then the 1618 is 193.85. So those are all on deck if this is going to continue. Even though there, I think we counted, was it 7 or 11? It's like 8, unless I'm missing 8 different gaps unfilled on this run. Psychotic. Just keep it going, man. Nvidia takeover of the world. You thought you could stop it? No, you can't. Gotta love it, man. All right, so poor Tesla, right? You know, people were like, "Oh my God, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do," and Elon tweeted something. What did he tweet? He's talking about. Let me just. What was it? He said today when Tesla was over $303, he said, "How can people be expected to have faith in Trump if he won't release the Epstein files?" He said that, and it intraday nuked from its highs. It was up over 3%. I think it was 3.4%, 3.5%, and closed the day only up 1.3%. And kind of disappointing, right? Where the channel here you were confined in, you fell out of it with a gap down. You went up and just kind of tested the demand line as a supply line. You tested $300 as resistance on the close. So I know Dave Portnoy, who took like a $10 million bet on the gap down, he was happy at first, and he was probably cursing, punching the air towards the end of the day, even though it was still up, whatever. I don't know, man. Tesla is extremely political now, and it's a very tough stock because of that. It's an added variable that's not fun. Just like, all right. I guess we might as well just look at the rest of the Mag 7 now. Yeah, Tesla, Nvidia, top gainers, and then Meta up 0.32%. Just kind of just relaxing after an all-time high on June 30th. Just been down in July, no big deal. Quite possibly setting up to go to all-time highs in price discovery. If you go in price discovery, it's an $811 target. Can't be surprised in these market conditions how stupid it is. I mean, they're just not stopping. No pullbacks. Money printer go burr, I guess. Behind the scenes, no pullbacks since the recovery in April. Okay, talking like going on 3 months of no meaningful pullbacks, no 236s at all. Just you can't even Fibonacci for a retrace because you don't have valid ones. You have to have a 23% retrace from a low to high point. You don't have any of those. So, all right. Intel did very well today. Well, dude, Intel is one of those where you buy it, you hold it, you just chill. You're buying with the composite operator. That's it. All right, you just said Intel. I mean, why not, man? We're just improv. Go through all the index. Okay, right, nice and boring. Intel, there you go, dude. Up 7.23%. The sign of strength, right, where the buyers recaptured the trading range, and there was so much demand that when the sellers took the price down, they were unable to go test that level again. Too much demand. Sign of strength. Then you jumped across the creek. Then you recaptured the 200-day simple moving average, which has certainly been a problem child for this asset. All right, once you fell below it in April, fail. Nope. Back test as support. Gone, right? Highest daily candle close on Intel today since March 27th, and heading on up to $25, 24.83, 25.46. Once that breaks, easy gap fill target 28.89. Your bigger target's going to be 34.46 to 35.89. Understand that's where we are on Intel. No surprise here. This is the stuff you come to the stream for. We're all going to congregate. We care about Bitcoin fundamentally. We love it, man. It's so awesome of an asset. It's going to be mandatory in the future. So shield, a weapon against monetary debasement. It's decentralized. There's no counterparty risk involved with Bitcoin. But Where do we learn how to swing trade? Where do we learn about technical analysis? Traditional markets. Oh, traditional asset in traditional market. Oh, look, value. Oh, the buying campaign from the composite operator, ongoing. This is the stuff we're looking for. Not, oh, Bitcoin's it's a kind of breakout, man. Well, it's at an 886 from the previous high, but it tweezed top yesterday, but it's making a higher low on the 4 hour, holding this little support here. That is so coin flippish. Oh my God, Bitcoin is so coin flippish. This is way less of a coin flip. This is way more probable resolution being positive than Bitcoin currently, even if Bitcoin broke upward.
Have you studied CAS at all? Just curious, can we also take a look at it? Thank you, Mitch.
Thank you, Chicken Biscuits, for the $20 super chat, man. Did I study CAS? What's the thing on CAS, though? I don't know what that is. DBJ CAS? What does that mean? Do you want to clarify? Do you mean CAS the crypto? I mean, this is it, man. This is where someone has, hey, man, I got some cash. Well, buy with the composite, man. Wait for 35 bucks, maybe $42 if you're lucky. Okay. Intel, Kangs, SOX, Kangs, semiconductor index. So it will require patience, though. All right, this is not going to happen overnight. This is a position trade. This is where someone might be holding this thing for 3+ months in their portfolio. Just let it ride, man. Okay. Anyway, we can go to Apple. Looking at, it was flat today. After, back testing 196, 198. All right. Very flat here. Seasonality, though, I think is positive for Apple. I think in the coming months, it's really, like July's a really good month. July and August, really good months for Apple. I think historically, possibly their best months, Apple's best months. So just kind of cooling off after that spring back test rally. Okay, kind of just, it's like a summertime lull. You got Microsoft that's down, but come on, dude, is it really down? I wouldn't consider that down. Okay, that is amongst the highest close ever at the 1272. This is where we're thinking, like, if Nvidia broke out, isn't price discovery? It is what it seems like. Okay, well then it's just going to do what Microsoft did, which was go to the 1272. Go to 1272, 170, 171. That was my weight class my sophomore year of high school for wrestling. 171. All right, Google. Kind of disappointing price action. Definitely my portfolio took it on the chin a little bit today with this pullback. I mean, I think we could see 168. 168 would make the most sense because we springed back above it, but we never formally confirmed it as support. So I would be, I might add to the Google position at 168 for the back test.
Are we waiting on a catalyst for Bitcoin to run or flush down? Also, Epstein most certainly did not unalive himself. Trump swims in the swamp.
Greg, what's up, dude? Catalyst, I mean, yeah, of course. Like, I think resolution, we'll probably get a catalyst. It's probably not going to be like, what happened to Bitcoin? It's going to be like, oh, that happened to Bitcoin. That, shoot, dude, okay. Yeah, that'll do it. That's what we're going to say one day, one of these days. I think we're just there. I think we're at the resolution point because you have the 3 peaks. And on the 3rd peak, right, resolution. Not, oh, it's going down, certainly, dude. It's probability is elevated for a big move on Bitcoin, whether it's going to be up or it's going to be down. Only thing we know about Bitcoin's July history is we've never gone to price discovery. So I'm completely down and ready to go for Bitcoin to go into price discovery for its first time in history in the month of July. I'm so down. I'm waiting. We are waiting for that. But it's just, there are arguments on both sides. Like, because people can come in and say, this is some pretty good price action up here. No way. No way. Okay, up thrust, back test of up thrust, tweets your top on the daily, and it sells off, hits some support, one low, then locally a higher low. No way. So we got a bullish wave structure coming. All right, see you at 112. People can construct arguments on both sides. See, there's no if you go to Intel, for instance, like, they're just not going to be people that can construct really good bearish arguments on Intel. And that's all you need to know. That's how you know it's an incredible asset to probably have in your portfolio. Buying campaign from Composite Operator after a long extended drawdown after hitting, I think, well, hit its highest level, yeah, January 2024. So it was all-time highs up here, though. It's been a long time, man. This one's, yeah. And the weekly's crazy good, too. You're at the basement with a good schematic. I mean, no controversy. Bitcoin is super controversial because you just had a 50% rally in 42 days. And now you're putting in a third peak up against resistance. And it's like, well, it could be good. It could be, told you, there's good things going on. There's bad things, not good things going on. It's got to be all in the good category. And those are your best setups. All right, we'll look at Amazon. Bearish and golden candle today. Filled a gap. You're just up, I've been floating on since April and no meaningful pullbacks. It was kind of like you had a wedge pattern, I thought. Like, I don't know how you would paint it. Maybe like, yeah, it was like a rising, dude, it is kind of just like a local rising wedge, right? Okay, up thrust failed to break the structure up here. So, yeah, underperforming Nvidia, Meta, Microsoft. But outperforming Google, outperforming Apple, outperforming Tesla. So it's definitely right there in the middle, dead smack in the middle, Amazon's performance. Rising wedge. Bearish divergence, yeah. High on price, the higher high, but lower, you're diverging. So there's a little bit of an argument for a pullback, but yeah, these things are just, they've been rallying, and it's been months. If you're just waking up out of your coma, they've been rallying. Most of them. Well, not really most. It's like Google has, it's recovered. Not by much. Google's still down year to date. Amazon is pretty much flat year to date. It's up 0.00% year to date as of today on that sell-off. Apple certainly down year to date. Like, it's not even close. Year to date, Apple is down. Good God. 31st. Apple down year to date 15.63%. That is gross, man. My growth stock, by the way. Yeah, long-term uptrend, but dude, just remember, like, from December 2021 to December 2022. A whole year of just, that crap, right? Remember the shark? It was so beautiful. And then it played out, and you hit ANC targets, and then it finally reversed, thank God. But long-term uptrend, but man, it's just tough. All right, let's look at gold. Gold did not do well today. It was a sell-off. Yeah, and again, thinking that there are going to be a lot of assets that outperform gold now, given that it already had its godlike run.
Can you look FLNC? Thank you.
Hey, it's Daniel Mendez. What's up, man? FLNC, sure, we can. Yeah, Echo. Remember, the metals are catching up. Gold going south. It's just like Bitcoin. Bitcoin will go on these crazy runs. It'll outperform. What's going on with silver? My silver coin, my copper coin, my platinum coin. They're beanie baby. They're doing nothing. While gold continues to make multi-year all-time highs. And then gold, another big run. And then it goes sideways for months. Well, at least since April. Multi-month sideways. And guess what's happening? Good market conditions for the alt metals, the original altcoins. Wait, so silver, real quick. Silver didn't do too much today. Just rectangling, right, between 35.40, 37.18. No update. You had a bearish engulfing candle yesterday. Caught a little fall through today, I guess, and it's down 0.23%. Okay, send it sideways. Continue after a big markup, big recovery off the April lows. Platinum still consolidating off that 2021 high. Goes back to 2006 though. Just sideways consolidation after crazy markup. And then Kappa. There it is, man. There it is. Long-term uptrend. Things were looking good. And then, boom goes the dynamite. All-time highs. Yeah. There's your metal. So how we Fibonacci this? A couple ways from this high to low or this high to low. Let's say this high to this low. Damn it, you hit a 1414 today. 568. Massive. Up 10%. It was up 15+%. 580. Fresh all-time high. 1618 is 593. To break $5, the fact that you're above $5 now is big time. It's been above it, but wow. Wonder maybe $7 eventually. This could go into some sort of crazy run. And I bet you got a nice channel here too. We could probably try to paint it. I don't know. Let's try to. How do we do this? Probably could pull out log scale too. But man, that's got a beautiful channel. Yeah, man, that's. See, that's the thing. Like, oh, so depending on how you anchor this channel, since the drawdown the bottom here, the way you anchor is interesting because it's like if you anchor this is the top point, then it's like, wow, we hit that and no higher. I mean, you went higher intraday, but closed. Traders set it up below that supply line. So you are definitely in that overbought territory of the uptrend if we're anchoring that way. So crazy stuff. And you got palladium just sitting sideways. It was a copper day, copper type of day. Yeah, it makes me look at the China A50 and it's starting to look good. China's market actually looking good. Yeah, like unreal. What the? Oh my God, we got to look at this real quick. I look at the Chinese market every day. Hong Kong market, UK 100, the Nikkei, the ASX, the DAX. I always have them up on one of my peripheral screens. But let me just show you here. So copper doing well. Well, you can imagine. All right, look at this, dude. This just looks to me really good. You have like a third valley that the Chinese have put in. The third valley. The Three Gorges Valley Dam. Classic accumulation here. Look at that key, that support from 2022. Spring, back test of spring. The rally, you know, that was the crazy money infusion. Like they put like $1 trillion devaluing their currencies to prop up their markets. And then it's been nothing ever since. But look at how the sell-off happened. It's just proportionate swing low. It's just very good structure. And then a V shape, you know, April, okay. And now it's skating above the 200-day simple moving average. Like it looks like really poised for a big markup. Quite possibly, anyway. So you are at least a 14,770, 15,000. Like, what are we looking at China's mark for? Because copper markets typically China. So that's on deck. You would think, right? So upside about 7 to 10% upside. Chinese 50, whatever. Incredible. Does that not look beautiful? I wish Bitcoin looked like that. Bitcoin's more like this, almost, not quite. I'm just kidding, but you know, give me some three valleys, man. Give me classic accumulation. Well, there's no controversy at a bottom, at an effing bottom. And it's been how long now since this structure's been in development? Since February 2024. So what, we're talking like going on 17, 18 months or whatever. That's a big structure. I bet it looks really pretty on more significant time scales. Oh, the 3-day. Dude, look at the 200, the 3-day 200 some moving average. Probably had a golden cross or something. You had a golden cross in December. Now you're trading above the 50 simple moving average here. Dude, China, let's freaking go. Winnie the Pooh. It's like, if you don't care about China, which I know I don't really give a crap, it's not about why do I get happy about it, because it's the technicals, because it's the beauty of the structure. It's the, oh, this is what we look for on anything ever if we want to long it. How about the weekly? Let's just take a look. Maybe it sucks. No, dude, it's still 200-week simple moving average has been recaptured. I would not consider it being recaptured in September with the money printer, right? It fell right below it instead of regarding it as resistance. Now you're just like, you're truly trading above all of the 200 moving average, the daily, the 3-day, the weekly. Okay, man. I really like that. Implications. Where's the 200? Oh, and here we are, chat. It is imminent. And so, assuming no, look at the 50 and the 200. We have an imminent golden cross upon us in China. Anyone? Bueller? That is right there. So you wonder, like, oh, does that mean, is that good for Baba, Baidu, JD.com, all the other ones? I don't know. Maybe Momo. There's a lot of Chinese stuff. I don't know. Like, it's China, dude. It's communist China. I'm not looking at it like, let's take advantage of this. I'm just saying, behold the beauty of the charts. You know, respect the charts. Okay. I don't know. Yeah, see, it's like, you say, it's like, look at Baba. I don't know if that really looks great. You know, a lower high finally put in of the uptrend. Now you're falling below some support resistance here. Yeah, you fell below this high from 2016. That's not great. I mean, so just because we're looking at that beautiful accumulation structure on China's index fund or whatever, it doesn't look great on Baba itself. Baba had its run, though. So what about like Momo? I don't know. I'm just looking at something. God. Look at freaking Momo, dude. Type 1, type 2 on the weekly. And look at that. I mean, like, going for the highest weekly candle close since August 2023. It's from almost 2-year highs on Momo. 2 days, 21 hours. So it's good for some, not for all. How about JD? Which I think had the same thing. Yeah, JD was good, and now it's not. It's like, what are they? Actually, you know what, man? I know you don't have the love of the oscillators, but it's almost like one low and a second slightly lower low. And if they defend this, dude, if they defend this zone, this, what is it, 3120 level, resistance. Look, let me show you the significance. The buyers broke the level, then they reconfirmed it as support in December 2019. Now look what happened when they defended it. Look where it went, you know, eventually. And they even back test the top, $33, which you're trading just below. But you got to wonder here, is it like, are we doing 1 and now 2 on JD.com? Wow, they hold that. That is phenomenal. You talk about, see, you're trading below the 200 moving average, though, kind of testing as resistance. Might be not good, but daily. Nah, there's, you want to see some divergence, chat? This is divergence within divergence. All the effing divergence you could dream of. At a key inflection point. Once and twice. Divergence like crazy on the MACD as well. Wow. Gotta wonder how this is going to play out. Trend reversed. Yeah, something to think about, something to look at. JD. I don't know. Very improv stream today. This has been off the cusp here. Okay, just trying to look at some stuff. Baidu. I know that one like was good, then it sucked and like fell below the supports and yeah. See, but it's actually unbelievable. No way. Oh my God. Let's buy some Baidu. I might buy some Baidu just for the memes. Okay, because the sellers, right? The type 2 return. Failure, dumped. They tried stop loss hunting. No, the sellers did everything they could. Okay, all the sellers' men came in April. Failure, losers. Buyers recaptured, right? The inflection zone, sold off again. Sellers tried again, so hard. Nope, sorry. Starting to show accumulation now. You can see the accumulation developing again on Baidu. It's almost like momentum has shifted. The low, the same low, the lower low, oh, the higher lows, oh, back above 85.30, 87.20. You tell me, Chad, is this a big deal of a level? Yes, it literally is. It's a weaker form of Baba, okay? Yeah, Baidu. Let's have fun. You were at the lowest risk area you could ever dream of. It's like a descending triangle almost, too. And they broke it, and then they're like reconfirming. Let me show you what they're kind of trying to, maybe what they did. I'm just trying to eyeball. Mother of God, dude. You got to be kidding me. Let's freaking go China. So you got that level. Okay, paint it white. There's so much demand, I guess, that maybe get like, see, it's like they spring back tested the spring in May of the local structure that was manufactured, began its manufacturing August of 2024. 1, 2, 3. Okay, violated, recaptured, like close enough to retesting. It's just kind of like that, you know, and I'd say that's pretty good, man. But it's not even about that. Forget all that. It is about 85.30, 87.20. You were at the lowest risk area you could ever dream of your entire life on an asset. I don't care if it's China. I don't care if it's, you know, Mexico. I don't care if it's, you know, Ethiopia. If it's at these levels, it's lowest risk ever. Sellers, this is sellers. You like, we're looking at the sellers trying so hard and they lose. They fail too many times. And now no more lower lows, only higher lows coming in now. Oh, they're recapturing the 200 moving average as of like yesterday. I mean, yesterday it was a 4% update. This is great. So if you got stopped out, whatever, dude, it's just so simple now, I would think. Dude, talking about the lowest risk ever with the, I mean, you could be so conservative here. You could just be like, nah, I'm just going to do 116, target 1. Take 4-to-1 reward to risk in that situation. I mean, 2 for real is like probably the C point. Unbelievable. It is that simple. China, to me, China. Wow. Just for education, okay? You don't have to buy it. You do not have to be involved with this, but you will, if you're watching this stream, you will understand. You will get it. And you will be able to apply this to some chart that you might be okay with. Like, hey, it's an American stock and it's doing the same thing. This is what you look for. Hello? I'm here as a tool for you on your trading journey. I'm here to try to instill the right things. Where's a good time to buy? Places like this. Not saying buy Baidu, saying this is what you're looking for, okay? Reinforcing the right behaviors every day I go live. Trying to. For you. That is my purpose. Scott Carney would like it too. It's okay. I'm okay being a tool. A tool in the good way, not the bad way, right? Like I'm an educational tool for you. Unbelievable. So good. And you'll see this will be an NFT if this plays out. It would, if NFTs didn't die, we would make a baseball card out of this. We'd make it like, oh yeah, there'd be like a galaxy swirling behind it with like colors and sparkles. And we're getting a 166. All right, beautiful. Name off your Chinese stonks. Anyway, let me get these requests. We had actually had a couple requests. So, not trying to, you know, forget that. Well, I mean, there's time and place for ATAI. I don't remember when, but it was inverse head and shoulders. It was 3 drives, bull flag. It could have been a bull flag. It might not have been. It could have been a failure and we're going to dump again. But no, they broke it out. Yeah, now I remember. That's the last time we looked at it. It was in this structure where it's like, well, it's higher risk because there could be a lot of downside if it fails. But seems like something happened, like a breakthrough to make America healthy again movement. Loves psychedelics. Should Wall Street? I don't know, man. What okay. Yeah, I don't know. Down 4.36% today after making just yesterday. Yesterday was the highest price seen since December of 2022. So we're talking multi-year highs yesterday. So you have a breakout. It could be a bull flag. Could measure it, maybe. So just be like aware. Like you could be in the Wyckoff accumulation final phase, where something called the backup occurs. So that means like this asset could come down and fall back into this channel. All we're looking for now is a higher low. Looking for the higher low than previous lows, and you'll be good. But yeah, currently broken out above the trading range, 225, 238. That is phenomenal. So pretty sure you were the one like following this, looking at this, owning this or whatever, and you have a breakout. Like of accumulation type stuff. Yes. If it's a real breakout, and even if after you back test 225 or fall, once you break back out and you start running again, easy target 362. Overhead resistance maybe $495. So you got a lot of upside on this. This is a composite operator, been accumulating position by the looks of it since April 2023, so multiple years. ATAIE. All right, rejoice. Up 1.5% after hours, so nothing too much to worry about. You're golden above 225, that's for sure. Here are your futures, by the way. Your futures. Top left S&P, top right Dow Jones, bottom left Nasdaq, bottom right Russell 2000. Looks like we're selling off a little bit. We have not recaptured the highs from July 3rd. So make of that what you will. We are extended. We are very, very extended on these index funds. We have multiple infill gaps below us. So you're starting to get a little frothy. I think that's kind of maybe the word, frothy-ish. Remember, unstoppable rally. They fill the gap. There's just gaps below us, and there's tests of key levels of resistance need to be confirmed as support. So it's just like, when is this wave going to conclude? They always conclude. Waves without formal retraces conclude always. There's never been a chart that's not, except the M2, I think, that hasn't. So a 30% rally in 87 days to all-time highs. When gap fills, win back test of $600 as support to fill a gap at the same time. It would be healthy. It'd be normal. It'd be all right, man. Yeah. It's been good times though. Nasdaq, same type of situation. Yeah, you filled a gap yesterday, sideways today. Unfilled gaps below us. I mean, like one at 19,600. You're still above 20,000. They've already back tested 20,000 as support. So I wonder, like, what is it on the market that's going to propagate us higher? Is it going to be Nvidia just continuously mooning with Microsoft that's already at 1272? Or is it going to be Google catching up, Tesla catching up, Amazon continuing? Like, what is it that's going to be driving us to a 1272 soon? Or are we going to get like Microsoft and Nvidia, those pull back some, and that's what leads us to fill a gap, a healthy pullback, retrace. Yeah, it's crazy, man. You can long M2. It's virtually just owning Bitcoin. You know, I didn't know about that that crazy 2011 wallet with the 10,000 Bitcoin. And they moved, multiple wallets. Did you know? I had no idea that was the single largest movement ever.
Dollar Floki 4H or 1D. Doggy scam coins good technicals. Baba Booey.
What's up, Dane? Thanks for the 25, dude. Yeah, that was the largest contribution today. Thank you. Yeah, Doge has a bullish harmonic pattern. Shima fell below support, so it didn't look good. Don't really care about it that much, but we can look at Floki, of course, man. Thank you. Okay, so Chicken Biscuit wanted Caspa, I guess. I don't know. He said something, and it was, like, weird. He's like, did you study? Like, no one uses wordage like that. Like, did you study CAS? Did I study it? Well, what we have is kind of maybe a bottoming structure getting put in, hopefully. Gosh, dang, man, I hope. I would like a type 2 if we could help it. Bitcoin pulling back some would be great for type 2s, but this is not too much a formal shark. It's too shallow here on the B to D point, but it's an 886 informal M shape regardless without any form of confirmation. That's what sucks. So it's pretty cool that this level is actually, you can clearly see what they're doing. This was the short trade setup. It was successful. This was target 1. So they went down, hit target 1, and then by the time you got to target 1, sellers were completely exhausted. And now, like, right, 1 confirmation low, and now a rally, and then you still can't get it together back below the 200, but now they're trying to put in a higher low for the first time since, I guess, January of this year, first higher low. So something to pay attention to. It's like you got better than nothing, better than lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, dead asset. At least you got an informal M shape completed, and looks like a little reaction. But yeah, if the reaction could continue where you run back up to the 200 and go test 9.7 cents, but that's a huge if. Got to really see maybe some more favorable price action on Bitcoin. Seat warm, what is that? Man buns unite. James, you've been here since 56K Bitcoin. Oh, what's up? James also said his top 5 peoples to watch. Yeah, CryptoFace, Tom Crown. You know, man, you would have loved it. All 3 of us with Brad, we were in a party bus going from resort casino to casino, hotel, whatever, drinking beers together, James. So yeah, those are part of the MRTA universe. Tom and CryptoFace, with bros IRL. Oh, I mean, but Crypto Lifer though too, like Sam, like. I don't know. He videoed us talking, hanging out at the thing. He had his little had a meetup, so I don't know if I made the cut to be on that. But I mean, we're tight too. He lives in Florida now. It's pretty cool, man. Small universe. Not as many of us these days as it used to be, right? People fell off. I mean, it's been 7.5 years, man. Like, it's a lot of time. Okay, so we'll move on. Caspa, nice. So you have this across the markets. Another one that has the same thing is Algo. Yep, look at it. It's very pretty. I mean, despite what you say, it's the context of where this is closer to a valid. I mean, I think it kind of is. If you see the wick here, it's a 1618 or close to it. This is a prettier pattern, and anything above 16 cents is like, wow, really good. I would not. It's hard to ignore that. That is like where if you were on a traditional market looking at an asset and it was painted like this is something. This would be like, okay, G-Dog will be requesting it, you know, on stream because it's so pretty. It's like CAS, and you got some other ones that have the same thing where it's like you cannot ignore that they exist. I don't know if there's enough liquidity in the crypto market to make them play out, but they are there. These bottoming structures on this one is here. There are a few others that have the same thing. Roll YFI had it. Crazy enough. I mean, Like, what the heck, dude? You gotta be kidding me. How is this happening? It's there. They gotta break 5,400 though. Like, you break 5,400, it's gonna be a boom, straight shot to 6,500 to 7,400. Yeah, it's interesting. Of course, they always gotta try to keep you interested. Oh, and then we'll look at Doge too, because Doge got that same one where it's like, unreal. Unreal. It's just there. There's no, like, all we can do is plot it out for you and show you its existence. These are rather significant in size and time. April to June. That's big, man. That could be reliable. Yeah, good stuff. And Bitcoin dominance took it on the chin today because of Ethereum, mainly. And here we go. You're going for the lowest daily candle close since June 19th on Bitcoin dominance. Maybe finally. Altcoin's going to catch some bids, dude. Just go up 10, 15, 20%. I mean, why not? Like, why Ethereum not go to 2,900, 3,000? Just for the traders, man. Like XRP, why not just go to 250, 265 again? Just for the traders, man. Sideways, dude, now for over 7 months now. What was that? Over 8 months, I guess. XRP, same price. Oh, man, here you go again. I remember that. Remember that, chat? Sideways forever. That's thematic. Hidden likes, my bad, dude. Sorry. We were rolling. We were going. We were flowing, dude. We were vibing. One with the charts. All right. The likes are available. So hit that like button, that bell, that sub if you are enjoying the fact that there are, what, China? Huh? China's doing like some of these assets kind of crazy lows. And if they're not actionable because you don't like China, they're extremely educational. They're reinforcing the right behaviors for you being a swing trader. My music's not okay. CBF? What? CBF? What are you talking about? Yeah, weekly Doge, right? It's at the big M shape, and then within the big M shape, it is the small M shape, which may be the type 1, type 2. Yep. There it is, chat. There it is. Again, it's a bittersweet conclusion to the day for Bitcoin. And I'll discuss it right now again, because it is your local on the 8s. It's a bittersweet. We have rebroken out above the supply line of the downsloping channel, anchor point 1 and 2. I don't know how there is controversy. I don't know how people are painting patterns and charts like they're trying to do what I have plotted here, and they're not the same. At least on the top side. I don't, bottom side, whatever. I just did 1 and 2 and 3 here. And then everything else correlated, okay? I had this plotted before this test, okay? So, whatever. But 1 and 2, it is rudimentary trend line analysis, okay? There is no, well, I'm going to move it here and there. No, that's it. 1 and 2. Get over it. Stop getting cute. So we had a breakout, fake out, breakout, fake out, breakout. That is literally what's been going on since July 3rd. So it's cool. We broke the supply line. It's confirmed on a close. So, all right, let's go back test 108.562 to reconfirm it as support now since we've rebroken. Let's go do it, man. That's good news. Supply line break of channel. Bad news. The tweezer top, potential tweezer top reversal is still valid. That will remain valid as a potential pattern reversal until buyers, I think, recapture 109.8. Let's just be safe and say 109.8. That's the bad news. Other bad news is, well, it was a nice rally today. Resilience from the buyers, absolutely, man. Give them a medal of honor. But still, traders settled up lower than the old 120, January 20th, all-time high, the inauguration day. So the good news is the tweezer top, potential tweezer top, it's not confirmed. There is not confirmed because there was no follow through price action today. So you're in that kind of purgatory right here on Bitcoin. And it's like, good luck, man. If this thing pumps to 112 and beyond, people are going to say, I told you so. If this thing dumps downside, people are going to say, told you so. That's unfortunately the way we are, the way the world is and where we are. People are split on this. People are expecting things like always. And typically it just doesn't go the way everyone expects. Reading people tweeting about it certainly going higher and it's very soon. And it's like, man, that is crazy to act like like that. I have zero expectations about which way this is all going to resolve. If it draws down, great opportunity to continue adding to your long-term positions, because we have Bitcoin, that has nothing to do with the trading account. Or it breaks upward and hey, the Bitcoin we have appreciates in value sooner, and party time and hey song and hype, let's go to Vegas again. All right, let's eat tomahawk ribeyes, $200 ribeyes up here. All right, but we'll eat sandwiches down here but continue to accumulate because we know given enough time Bitcoin will be at that 120 spot. Just don't know if it'll. Hey, what if it's August though? Could you deal with it if Bitcoin didn't go in price discovery till August, September, October? People lose their minds, man. They rage quit. Okay. It's another request. Been live over an hour now, chat. So if you're enjoying the coverage, I'm doing my best, man. I know my best isn't enough to some people, a lot of people. Hit that like button, that bell, that sub. Thanks for being here. Seriously, it's like. I am very grateful for the people that still watch the stream. Because y'all are the real ones. Because you know how the metrics and how it works, right? When we go on long sustained price discovery runs, the masses come in, like always, over 1,000 current viewers, 1,000 likes, oh my God. But the majority of those people, they're gone. Give it a week or two after, it's over. Unless the sustained rally, if we have a continued sustained rally, they might stick around, right? And the numbers grow and all that. But dude, like y'all are here when that's not happening, and y'all are real ones, seriously. Okay, Daniel wanted to see FLNC. Fluence Energy. Ooh, dang man. Well, island bottom reversal stuff maybe. The gap fill is the target, sir. I mean, you're looking at a $13 target, I would think. They broke the island to some degree. Almost like an inverse head and shoulders. It's all, but here's the thing. I wish we were looking at it maybe right around like June 6th, like a month ago, because that old all-time low from May of 2022 was recaptured. You could almost be like, is that a cup with Hendelman? Maybe. Cup with Hendelman? Yeah, it was the date of June 13th and 16th. The buyers recaptured the level of the bullish engulfing candle. The next trading session, they reconfirmed the validity of the old 2022 swing low as support. That's a very powerful technical event that happened. If I could look at all the assets that exist in the world, and we were here on the 13th and 16th, I'd be saying the same thing. We have a spring back test of spring. See the level? See it? Support. And the next day, gap up, and it's been running ever since. Since the spring back test, up 71% in 3 weeks. So other than that, I mean, like, that's the strategic level to be setting entries, stop losses, and targeting for upside. When you're requesting an asset that's up 5.39% today, up 70+% in 3 weeks, that far removed from the strategic area to be taking longs, there's not much I can do besides talk about maybe the levels. Okay, that's it. And you're kind of, there are not many.
Can we look at PTR? I have held this for a while in my holding account, but it's been selling off since the greed is in the air.
Hey Douglas, 1996, things are 20, dude. That was a good year. I remember going to the Olympics in Atlanta. Remember Iggy or Ziggy or whatever, the mascot?
It's been in a slump, but has had a good couple days. Could you please check on Sin?
I got bad news, bud. Schwaga. Sin is trash. Okay, it's just one of your 36 million scams. They were making a market for it in autumn. Okay, 2024. It's a pretty new crypto too. They made a market. There were M shapes. It doubled in value off those completion zones. All these things, spring back tests, and liquidity has just dried up from most of the cryptos, and that just happens to be a casualty of that. So I guess we can just we'll look. Thank you though, man. So I guess you can say some swing low right there at 816. They broke that, so that's real nice that we're above that level. I guess like the next level would be so another swing low at 982. I guess that'd be your immediate target above 816, given enough time. But just know, pullbacks happen, and you're kind of there's nothing I can do. There's no way to strategize here. You could have even been like, dude, it's never head and shoulders. Sure, you got to be here. You got to be requesting these though before they resolve. It's resolving/resolved. So there's not much that can be done here at this point. Besides, hey man, 982, and then next target after 982 is gonna be like $13, or there's another gap actually right here, but that's actually, I don't know, I'd say $13 will be target. So 982, $13, 200 moving average, 1162. These are all potential levels. Okay, so that's it. That's your affluence energy. Nice run, man. Nice rally. I hope you got in. Echo, never really got into day trading due to me having a career out of college. I spent absorbent amount of time during my work hours and mainly after work hours learning, and you learn real quick about what type of trader you're going to be at the beginning, because that's just how it is. Are you going to be a swing trader where you can have a life and you don't have to be honed in on the charts all the time? You don't have to be completely beholden to pre-market and market open. Didn't have time for that because I had a career, of like, hey man, you go to college and then you network and then you meet people and then you hit it off with those people and then they hire you leading into graduation. That's what I had it all lined up. So like, I was swing trade was my thing. I was like, this is how I'll make my money. This is how I'll somehow find a way to become financially independent, make enough to where I could quit and give it a shot. So no, not a day trader. Plus, I learned from a lot of people before that helped me refine my game, my strategies, that algorithms and bots have completely changed the landscape of day trading. It's not like it used to be. It is very difficult to day trade now. And again, like it takes like, all right, if you're going to day trade, you better be able to wake up every single morning as early as possible and begin scanning for volume. Okay, which assets have the most volume pre-market?
Could you look at Dollarton?
Amaga, thank you. Yes, we will. We'll look at 20. Thanks so much. You want to look at that, right? You want to look at which assets have the most volume pre-market, because those are the assets where there are going to be people, humans that are not, right, not bots that are going to destroy you. Okay, so, and then yeah, it's very micromanaging, very in the moment. Like, whoa, in 30 minutes you've made your money or you've lost for the day, and then the volatility subsides for the remainder of the day and you're done. Like your day trader, most of the time they're done in the first 30 minutes because there's not enough volume throughout the day for the most part for those moves that you need. And you can't do 3-to-1. I learned a long time ago you can't do 3-to-1 reward to risk on these day trades because the asset's not going to move enough. So then you can get into options, and people do it, right? They'll do zero day to expiration options and all that. And I mean, it can probably be done. There are probably strategies. Like if I would have spent the past 15 years learning about day trading, you know, there's probably a system that can work, you know, but swing trading is a lot more hands off. You can have a family. You can, you know, you can get whatever I'm saying. You can spend more time off screen than if you're a day trader. All right. Anyway, so that's just some, that's all I got to say about that. All right. Floki was next for Dane. Floki's interesting. You know, man, I wish it went a little deeper. That's the problem with incomplete M shapes. See, it's rallying off a 786 maybe, low to high. And so it could just put in the lowest high of the downtrend, fail to break the 200, and then roll over again, and then we see an 886 maybe in the end of the month. That's the issue. It's like, oh, I got to sneeze, but I can't because we didn't hit an 886. Because the 886 is a little bit lower. Yeah, Floki would have been beautiful down here at 5/100ths of a penny or something.
Sup, dude? Just keeping the stream flowing.
James Irvine, thanks for the... We would call that you are a stream curator. You're like a stream DJ. Thank you, dude, for the 25. Much love. Cody, what's up, dude? I don't know. Kodak. I don't know if it looks insane. It's Kodak. Remember they used to do pictures, like real pictures, dude. Let's go to the store and they'll put it in the room and we'll get a picture later. Okay. Yeah, so Floki would be better, man, if we did get a drawdown. It's not about, it's just the rules, right? I mean, it doesn't mean that it's going to happen, okay? I'm not saying, oh, I'm making a call that Floki's going to this level. I'm just saying, like, if you wanted to be able to begin to apply a framework in good context, you would want that. You would want something like this to happen. But then you would actually want this to happen. You'd want a type 1 and a type 2 return. And then you have the formula, and it's at good levels too. So you can strategize very easily. Strategic stop losses and entries with the max upside. At this point, like, if the next resistance is maybe the 200 moving average, the swing low from August 2024, your upside's very limited here. And even if it broke that, going to 1/100th of a penny, you know, it's still kind of limited. So that's what you'd want, okay, for the swing trader. For the person who says, I do not know where the asset's going next. I do not know where Baba Booey is, the next Baba Booey, when it will be, right? It was just there. Holy crap. Scary. So this is just what we would want. If we don't get it, that's fine, man. There are millions of assets, literally millions of assets you can hit the space bar and keep looking for. And you want it all to exist. You want it to be exactly where Baidu is now. Right? Is Floki doing the thing? Nope. It's not. It's not there. Baidu's there. It's been 1 year of sideways consolidation. And remember, the golden cross on the weekly is imminent. And I'm saying you don't have to buy China stuff. I get it, but it's just the technicals, man. Get him out of here. Did I go the right? Yeah, I went the right way. Nice. Okay. Sorry, I couldn't see. Get Mooding out of here, dude. Banned. All right, so Dane, that's it. It's weird because Doge has a literal, right? I would take Doge all day over Floki because Doge has at least the M shape completed and there's no question about it. So that's what I would do. Just be, okay, no controversy on Doge. All right, Progressive Insurance for Douglas. Teach me how to Douglas, dude. Oof, big yikes, man. I mean, wonderful, you know, uptrend. It's been godlike, but man, yeah, it really has it confirmed the top here, didn't it? And broke the 200-day some moving average. That's an anomaly. That doesn't happen. They tested it. Beautiful in January and went to all-time highs, but there you go. Sometimes there's just too much supply, right? test, third test locally. Rule of 3, resolution, now fallen below the 200. Lowest daily candle close confirmed today since February 10th. Not great. It legged up. Like, it was already in this beautiful channel and just like legged up, man. So up here, you're very elevated and doing something you haven't done since August of 2023, which is like be below the 200-day simple moving average. I would say like wait for a structure to develop before you get excited about this. You say you've been holding it in your account for a while. What does a while mean, right? I mean, like, dang, man, you've been holding it since March. That sucks. Hey, you've been holding it since January. You're okay, but that kind of is unfortunate. You lost most of the gains. Or you've been holding it for a while. You've been holding it since May 2024. That's not bad. You're still up a lot. Or, hey, man, I've been holding this since July 2023. It all depends on how long you've been holding it, because you said you've been holding it. The greed is in the air. Yeah, and the anomalous occurrence of breaking the 200-day moving average is also happening. Again, gosh dang, man. You want to talk about like ridiculous bearish divergence? This is like so severe. A high on price, a higher high on price, all-time highs, all-time highs, all-time highs. Every time. Lower levels of relative strength every time. So it's just like the divergence within divergence, then up here, you know, from this high to this high, divergence on the MACD histogram, divergence. So yeah, it's not great up here. It's just correcting, and I just don't know. Maybe we could plot some sort of new leg up channel or something. If you do, you've already broken down. Right, we see where this rally, you can see where it started, kind of, or restarted. Because you went on a rally, then legged up, acceleration of demand, crazy, more money, institutions getting in, you know, getting real hungry, and they bought, and that's this pump. And so you are definitely demand line 1, 2, 3 here. You're out of that. So I would think you don't hold 248.71. It's going to mean easy 239, 240, then 228. Yeah, it's kind of fugly up here, isn't it? A lot of exhaustion. I figure, like, when is it got to stop, dude? It's just not. It's crazy. It is a psychotic run. I mean, think about it since, let's just go back to, let's do 10 years. Progressive went up 905% in 3,500 days in 10 years. 900%. That's pretty good for a insurance stock. Maybe this is happening because of ICE. Right? Maybe the whole reason why we went on this crazy run is because the previous administration was letting in millions upon millions of third world migrants. Okay? No documentation. And all these people are getting cars somehow. NGOs funding them. And crashing into people that are insured over and over and over again across the country. And so they're like, insurance rates are going to go up. They're going to start making more. And now ICE is getting more funding. There's a new administration that is way more hardcore against illegal immigration. And so that might be what's changing things. Trade below 260, not great either. So maybe it's going to come back to earth due to that. Just a theory, thinking about, like, why would insurance companies finally now be topping out after such an insane run? Dang, dude, I've been live for an hour and 20 minutes now. If you join up, hit the like button, the sub. All right, next request was SYN, S-Y-N, scamcoin. It's funny, I actually took that off my watch list. I stopped looking at it because it was dead. It's still dead. Still very much dead. But dude, bullish engulfing candle on the weekly. What? Yeah, bro, I mean... All that's going to happen is it's going to put in the lowest high ever and roll over. I don't think there's anything to do. I think it's like, man, you're just asking to set your money on fire buying something like this at this point. Like once they broke 26 cents, the party was done. This is like an incomplete M shape, I think, like Fibonacci wise. So it'd be like a nope, not even. So a 1272. Okay, so you're catching a reaction off a fib extension from the X point to A point, low to high, a 1272 fib extension reaction. Nice. Hard to say if there's actually divergence here. So, but if it's a crab pattern, you're actually looking for way lower. You can't even get to 1618 because it'd be negative. So, yeah, congrats, dude, on a reactive move at a fib whoa. Okay, that's a 113. I'm sorry, I looked at that wrong. So this is incomplete M shape. I mean, you're talking 5 cents. You're waiting on 5 cents probably. Even if it rallied and continued to rally, you would have no confirmation. This is the lowest low we've ever seen on this asset. You're not even confirming it. This is just reaction. Oh my God, yesterday it was up 20% based on nothing. It's so illiquid now that anyone could probably pump that thing 20%. Right, it's either you can apply the framework or you can't. Is there a composite operator accumulating a position on SYN coin? Tell me true. Bud Schwaga. Do you think the composite man's buying
I know
this?
someone that one of his employees was illegal and he wrecked 3 times within a year, so your analogy is not far off, dude. Haha.
Yeah, dude, and then amplify that by millions. Previous administration was treasonous, okay? Letting in that many people from foreign cultures and third world countries, low trust environments. God knows what goes on in the countries these people came from. Funded by NGOs and the UN, okay? Treasonous. People should hang from trees. I'm sorry. Get mad about it. Get upset. Cry about it. I don't care. I literally don't care if you have a problem with that, if you're offended by that. Yeah. Make treason, capital punishment again. And make sin not a scam again. Sorry. PTEN for Imaga. Patterson UTI Energy. Oh, more energy. Oh. Well. Looks like we got something like that. That's the last time I looked at it. I was like, this is a bear trend, and it might rally and go Tesla. It didn't. There was such a lack of demand. The hypothetical couldn't even play out. There was such a lack of demand. They couldn't even test $9.76 to $10 before it rolled over again. So the bear trend prevailed. You're still in a bear trend, a really bad bear trend. Is it a bear flag? Could be, but it has a similar type of structure that the other oil stocks, energy stocks have. So you're at this 2001 low. That's it, yeah, 2001. $563, 613. There, very interesting. The trend is terrible. You are in such a bad trend, dude. But there is potential class accumulation structure and development. Absolutely. Like, it could be they're trying to bottom it out here. Maybe. It looks like ExxonMobil. Like 1 and 2 and then 3 here. I mean, it could definitely be that. I mean, that was a nice day up, 7% bullish engulfing candle, and 613 was successfully back tested as support yesterday. Highest daily candle close confirmed since April 3rd. So your upside potential, probably, it's like, hey, if you're asking because you're long and you got in on it, you were in on it and you got in and now you're up today. There's a gap fill, certainly like 692 or whatever, but I would think you'd just be targeting for 770, or let's just target for the 200 moving average around 747. The problem is, because the trend's bad, this could be a bullish pattern, bullish consolidation, spring back test, rally, and just hit a resistance, put in the lowest high ever, and then just roll over again. And that's the issue. That's when you're in such a bad trend like this, you don't know when it's going to reverse. So it could be there, still go up like we've seen, right? You go on these rallies off the lows. Look at this big rally off the lows. But the trend remained. You never made a higher high. So you could run up to freaking 860 and fill that gap. Still downtrend. You're looking for bullish patterns and long-term uptrends. Long-term, uptrends with corrections, and the corrections concluding with bullish consolidation structures. Okay, 108.8 on Bitcoin. I'm starting to get hungry, Chad. Let's see what we got left. Thanks again, AMAG. James, just keeping the stream flowing. And then, okay, that was last request. Someone's asking about lag. Someone said something about lag. Just look at it real quick. Look, dude, it really is. Like, people have given up. And that's exactly what the composite operator wants. He is testing your ability to stay stoic in a market, in a condition like this, with the perfect setup. We looked at Baidu. That's one. This is another. All I can do is be here 8:30 p.m. Eastern on a Tuesday to show you it's here, it's valid, the accumulation still there, still happening, harmonic framework still valid. It may fail, but it has not failed yet. It is not this day. You are at the max upside potential if it does play out. That's all I can tell you. You are at a point where you can still take advantage of this setup. If you want, it's lithium. Michael Scott said it. Hold on, it's lithium. Scott's tots. Here it is. Unfreaking real opportunity. And people will give up. They've already given up. It's over. It's over for LAC, dude. Just got to ping the peoples, everyone. It's just like unreal. You know your upside. From here, if it truly plays out for real, minimum 38% upside. I'm just looking at it real quick. Eastman Kodak. I mean, it's pretty insane. I mean, you want to talk about Kodak as showing accumulation like crazy, like mad. It started with a shark, type 2 return. Oh my God, of course it did. Go figure. But yeah, they broke a key resistance today from July 2023 from May of 2018. Yeah, Kodak uptrending. If they break this next target 756 on Kodak, if they break Kodak 756, that is where fireworks. You could be seeing a very fast 1129, 1330. Something's going on, and it's classic accumulation. I mean, what in the, like 1 and 2 and 3? No way. It's almost like the beginning of the orange juice futures run. Someone let Wall Street Bets know what's going on here. That is, and another higher low, and recapturing the 200 some moving average. Yes, Kodak actually looks good. I can't believe this news. Wow. Let's go Kodak. They're onto something. Maybe it's AI. Who knows? Or they're adding Bitcoin to their balance sheet. Or both. Okay. So I appreciate y'all coming out. But remember, Bitcoin is bittersweet on the close. Still active. Tweezer top reversal. Close below 109.358. Very important. But hey, we broke the supply line. We confirmed a breakout. So we're going to back test it. And back test meaning we're going to test. You could fail the test and fall below it. But just know it's very tough here. Very tough. Because it's good and it's bad. And I've already gone over that. The what's good and what's bad. At Go Leap, it's difficult, man. Very difficult. But it's like, I'm such a good streamer when I drink coffee. And when I don't, I'm not near as honed in on my ability to analyze and educate. And do what I do, you know. So really appreciate it, each and every one of y'all coming out. Hit that like button, that bell, that sub right now. Hit everyone right now, hit the like button. Everyone hit like button or be destroyed.
I just felt like screaming.
Okay, we are not out of the woods. Do you hear me on Bitcoin? We have not done anything that great yet. You have to really, and I'm talking about for real, break 109.8. $109,800. So thank you all for coming out. Thanks for likes, love, support, contributions. I'll be back. Till next time. Respect the T. Hey.
I know someone that one of his employees was illegal and he wrecked 3 times within a year, so your analogy is not far off, dude. Haha.